I get inspired with what's going around, what's happening around the industry. So podcast studio is also with that dream I've started.
It comes with a lot of fear, with a lot of scariness in your mind. But when you overcome that is when you achieve the success. I have another gift for you.
My God,
Yeah.
what's happening?
Hi everyone, welcome to my first episode of Scary Startup Stories with Pavithra Celine. Today my first guest in the show is none other than Precilla Dsouza. She runs her own Marina Pearl real estate company, SATCOM business setup firm. She also has a few business centers such as ProBox and Connecting Minds. Today we are going to emphasize on her new venture, which is this studio, which is Procast. Hi Marina, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm amazing, thank you so much. So Marina, this is a new idea that you've brought up. You've started your own podcast room. How are you feeling about it?
First and foremost, thank you very much for coming here and doing your new segment starting with Procast. I'm so happy to have you around and always pushing me to go to the next level. And with all you people's recommendation is what I have started this podcast studio. So, thank you for the lovely introduction as well. For me, like what Pavithra said, okay, I get inspired with what's going around, what's happening around the industry, and certain things. I've always been a part of a service industry. So anything related to the service industry, anything related to space is what I like to do. So when I came across this idea of setting up a podcast studio, I was very excited and I was like, let me explore. As the entire world is moving towards digital, moving towards content creation and things like that. So I was like, I have the business center, so why don't I explore this segment as well? So that's where the seed of starting a podcast studio began. And one of my place which most people know me or refer me through is Marina Pearl, which is in Latifa Towers. So that's where the idea of the podcast studio is what I wanted to build over there, to build a community and have people around and do things that they like and have do things without fear.
Right.
And I consider my space, let it be my business center or the podcast studio or Marina Pearl, for you to come and bring your vibe to the environment.
Amazing.
So I believe in that truly, and that's what I practice every single day. So podcast studio is also with that dream I've started, and inshallah everything should be good.
Amazing, amazing. So what type of contents or what type of people are you looking forward at Procast?
I'm looking for anyone and everybody, whoever wants to come and utilize my space. I'm not categorizing anything like, I want only a famous influencer or I want only the people who are startups or only the females. That's not what I'm looking at. I want anyone and everybody. Like I myself have been a person, I didn't want to come on camera or speak on camera.
Right.
And like I said, podcast studio was on my vision board.
Wow,
so
amazing.
This podcast studio has come to life because of that vision board. Similar, this year I've tried coming as much as possible on social media because that's where your market is today, or that's where you get your marketing done. Wow. So that is one of the major reasons this studio becomes a space for me wherein I can show off or do my creativity side, bring it to life, or this becomes my safe zone.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where I've got the idea and that's how I'm looking forward to work with.
Wow, because looking at this place itself, I myself have so many ideas because I shoot a lot of content for my business. So anytime I have the content ready, I can just come because everything is set here. I don't have to invest in the light, the cameras, the accessories. I just need to bring my content, come with the content ready, and I have people here to support me. They just shoot. So I don't want, someone always, from my team, I have have people here who are ready, so I can come do my content videos here. I can do my, I've started doing my podcast show here, and there are so many other people there who love to do their own videos, product launches, and there's so much that people can do. So this is like the ready-made showcase area for them. So congratulations on
Thank you so
podcast.
very much. Thank you.
Amazing. So let's start with my session, which is the scary startup stories questions, right? So where we will go through all the stage, because obviously when we are starting a business or we are bringing an idea to life, like this podcast was your idea which you brought to life, it comes with a lot of fear, with a lot of scariness in your mind. But when you overcome that is when you achieve the success. So that's about it, and that's what I want my audience to know. How did you overcome that, and today you have a successful podcast running? So that's my question. So let's start with question number 1. When did this scary idea of starting your podcast or your business hit you? When or at which moment did it hit you?
So you guys know me, that if an idea hits me and it's something that I like, I go for it in a fast phase environment. So this is somewhere in the month of August, September, when I started the Marina Pearl location to host networking events and workshops.
Right.
So that's when people came around and saw my space, and then they were like, why don't you have a podcast studio over here as well?
Right.
So I was like, yeah, that could be interesting. So I didn't know much about the field. I did not know much about how it operates. But then that idea was come from other women or other people who have come from the club and gave me this idea. So somewhere around August, September of 2023, that's where the idea
Hit you. Okay, amazing. Have you ever self-doubted your idea?
Always. So when I come up with an idea, I just go and ask 10 people about it.
Okay.
And some of them are very close to me.
Okay.
So I consider those people as my first hand, whatever they say. So, and one of the person who, when I bring an idea, when I shoot an idea,
right,
and I get a no as an answer, is from my husband Vijay.
right.
So when I brought this idea to him,
Right.
the first thing that he said was no. That's
Okay.
very common of him.
Right.
But at the same time, what he said was, do your research, do your thing.
Right.
And one of the reasons why it clicked me, it is similar to what I'm doing with my serviced offices.
Right.
So I'm giving my serviced offices on a contract basis, monthly, yearly basis.
Right.
I'm going to be doing the same with the studio.
Okay.
So I knew certain part of the risk
Right.
is that, these are the investments that I'll have to look into,
Right.
and these are the clientele that I'll have to look into.
Right.
That's where it is.
A very amazing point that you mentioned, that your husband Vijay said no, because I think we always need that one person who's logic thinker,
Yes.
right? Because most of the times we are very impulsive thinking.
Yes.
We like an idea, we just go for it. But when we get a no, they make us think, why no? Okay, is it the investment side of it, marketing side of it, manpower side of it? And that's what he told you, do your market research.
Yes.
So 2 things that you said amazing was, 1, speak with people that you trust. Speak with people whom you think will give you honest or genuine feedback, because not everyone are going to be happy with you starting your business, and you will never get appreciated for it always. Choose your people wisely, speak to them and see what feedback they have. And the second point that you told was, when you get a no as an answer, ask why. And then you will have a logical reason behind it, and that will always help. So
Absolutely.
that's an amazing answer, Marina. Great. Okay, my third question. Did you share your idea of starting a business or starting this podcast with someone, and did they scare you or demotivate you? Yes or a no?
In between,
In between. So it was
Yes.
maybe it was not a full yes or it was not a full
Not a
no,
full.
but they kind of demotivated you a little bit.
yes. The reason for that is I'm not from the tech background.
Right.
Or I'm not good with So I'll tell you this incident. So if people give me their camera to take their photos, I'm the worst photographer.
Right.
So a person with that kind of background, for me, so people were like, how you will understand the equipments, how you will understand what you need and what you know, what you don't need. So even today, I struggle with it. So I have done the setup. I am a numbers girl. That's what I go with.
Right.
But these kind of knowledges with what equipments you need, what things you need to go around with, it is something that is difficult for me.
Yes.
But that is one of the reasons many people were like, are you sure about it? Do you really want to go ahead with an idea?
Right. That's amazing. So even though you had the demotivation, you had people trying to pull you down, you still were very clear with what you wanted to do. And an amazing point that you mentioned here was, though you were not technically sound for what you're getting into, you were confident enough that you will get through it. And that is what has made you go through it. And now you have a dedicated team who's so qualified and they're ready to learn, right? Every client is an experience for your team.
Absolutely.
Everything is an experience for you as well. Every client is different, but you are ready for your challenge. Your team is ready. You have the equipments ready. So I think that's what's bringing you to success. So I'm really happy for that.
Thank you.
Okay, coming to a fourth question. What was that one thing that convinced you to go over your fear? So you had so many people demotivating you. You were scared because this had involvement of technicality, finance. What was that one thing that motivated you, that made you overcome the fear and start, Marina Pearl or start Procast anyways? What was that one factor?
So for me, it is very much necessary that moving forward, I need to be where the world is right now. So I don't understand the technology or the websites and things like that much, but I want to enter in that zone. So tech world is a ghost place for me. Okay. So I wanted to enter this world. This was the scary portion. So I wanted to take up a challenge that is as scary as possible.
Understood.
So for me, Broadcast Room was such a project that, this is a challenge. This is something I have never done before. It aligns with my existing business, whereas it is something different at the same time, wherein you're going to come to know the technologies that you're going to use, equipment that you're going to use. You need to have your, how are you going to transfer data? How are you going to set your team to do the same thing? What are the furnitures that you require? What are the accessories? How are you going to do marketing? You can't do normal marketing like I used to do it for my real estate or my business center businesses. I'll have to do some kind of an extraordinary marketing to get this place on the hype. So I am ready to take up challenges.
Wow.
So one of the things, I'm a Gemini.
Okay.
So many people say that we tend to take up spontaneous decisions and challenges on both. So that could be one of the reasons.
Yes, because I have to give this to you, because when we started knowing each other, I saw that you were not the person who was always camera friendly. You never wanted to come in front of the camera. You always wanted to put your team or someone who's very good at it in front, and you wanted to be the backstage person, motivating them, giving the content. But now, guys, if you're not watching her reels and her videos, I would highly recommend. She started few series and she's doing a lot of videos, because that one thing I want to give it to you, because it takes courage to come out, overcome your comfort zone, overcome your fear, and bring yourself out there.
So I want to acknowledge few people that you mentioned this. So I had these lovely club members coming to Marina Pearl and getting to know the place and doing their networking. And then we start knowing people, then we start following people. Few of you guys are the ones who have inspired me to do these videos. And you are one of them. So
thank you so much.
Looking at you guys doing it on an everyday basis is what has given me the courage to come on front of camera and get it done. So I'm still very small or really nearly beginner, So please bear with me with positive comments, and negative ones just DM it to me.
I really like that. If you have, any feedback, please DM it to me personally. Yeah, because I think we all have fought our demons, because me, myself as well, in the 2 years I've done a lot of weight due to health issues. So I literally stopped doing things that I was really passionate about. I stopped dancing, I stopped making videos. So these things I was really passionate about. But then I stopped doing it because I felt I don't look good on the camera. I felt I'm not looking pleasing, and I felt, people would not watch me. But then I overcame that, and directly or indirectly, I have also made an impact on you. Just like that, we in total, I think, are making an impact. At the end of the day, there are people who are seeing us, and maybe they are also chubby like us, and they would feel, okay, if they can, maybe I can too. And
Yes.
if even one person comes out of their comfort zone and starts coming out and, indulging in the social media industry and making some benefit for their business, I think it's a win-win. Right?
Yes, I had one influencer actually who has been there. I don't know whether you follow or not, Nikki Fulwani.
Okay.
So she's one of the lady that I have been following her for past 3 to 4 years now.
Wow.
She has lost tremendous amount of weight.
Okay.
But I'm not going to concentrate on that part. But part that I want to concentrate was, even when she was chubby or however she was, she used to come in front of the camera, and over a period of time, life gets busy and we
Right.
just go with it. Like today morning, I made up my mind, I'm going to eat some healthy food.
Wow.
But when it was 1 o'clock, I ended up ordering my curd rice with chicken fry.
Right.
So life takes you that way.
Right.
But yes, some people do influence us,
Right.
and I hope we too are those people to influence the next coming people around.
Definitely. I'm not sure if we are impacting a huge crowd, but even if we are impacting one person and they are coming out, I think it's a win-win.
Yes.
And guys, if you are having even 1% of impact, and if this video is helping you guys, please don't forget to comment, because your comments, your likes, your shares are going to keep us motivated and keep us doing what we're doing right now.
Absolutely.
Okay, now for the 5th question, we just have 3 more left. So yeah,
Who's counting?
me. So yeah, now because you also have StartUp, a business setup firm, you see a lot of entrepreneurs coming in every day to start their businesses with you. So when they come to you, what do you find is the most scariest phase for them? Because not everyone who comes to you start the company right away. They take their time. Sometimes they drop their plans. Sometimes they back out. So what do you think is very common in people because of which they step back?
So one of the reasons is people are not sure of what they want to do.
Okay.
So in the business setup industry altogether,
Right.
we have had clients who come to us, decide something in the month of January,
Right.
and in the month of February the decision is completely changed.
Right.
And all of a sudden they come back in the month of June,
Right.
and they're like, oh, why don't I do, instead of doing general trading, why don't I do warehousing?
Okay.
So things like that keep happening. So people are not sure of what they want to do.
Right.
And now that, because how it is right now with social media and everything,
Right.
so for people people take it very granted, to let me get an information from you, let me get an information from you,
Right.
as well as it. So if you have seen, I don't go and pitch my business setup company where you are there.
Right.
Yeah. One of the reasons for that is then we both will not be collaborating, we will be competing.
Right.
Yeah.
Very well said.
And I don't believe in competition in the same circle.
Right.
We can do competition outside. So I have left a lot of relationships or whatever that is, like, we are in the same plane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it. So I don't compete with Rishan as well, because he's a pro driver and I'm not.
Okay.
So you can cut this part off.
Careful.
So that's one thing with business setup.
Right.
It's not easy closure. It's
Right.
not that, today and the energy that we put in. So I have 2 industries in the same way. One is a real estate and one is a business setup.
Right.
Both are highly saturated,
Right.
highly competitive.
Right.
So people will end up taking information from you, and you never know when the decision will be done.
Wow.
But we have to keep trying.
Yes. A very good point that you mentioned, where people speak to a lot of people and they get so overwhelmed with the information that they have, they get confused, and instead of going forward, they go backwards. This I've seen a lot, yes. Yeah. And the other one is, where people are not stable about what they want to do. They themselves don't know what they want to do, because when they're sure of what they are doing, their plan from there is very easy.
I want to add one more point to this section, right? Is that the new generation of people who are getting off college they don't want to do employment anymore. They don't want to be an employee anymore.
Right.
They want to get out and they want to sit on the employer's chair.
Right.
And that's okay if you have the finances for it, or if you have the caliber for it,
or if your dad is a business owner and you have experience from that.
Yes, that's okay. But otherwise, the reason why today we are entrepreneurs is because of the struggles that we have done. So we understand today employees' point of view. So when we say that, you need to come on time, there were some seniors before us who has taught us to come on time, how productive it is going to be. So that is one thing I want to mention. You can't be under the umbrella of your parents and then come out and become a business owner.
Right.
Even though that's a trend, and it is my opinion, so
right. I
think
think you're at the point, because 100% true, because when you start something without an experience, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. And whatever you're going to reach, I'm not saying sooner, because every entrepreneur has its own journey. Today I'm 5 years old in the business and in the industry 10 years. But every single day I'm learning something new. Something new is coming up. It's even the things that we do every single day, there is some or the other changes. So I will highly recommend people to get training, get your 2 years, 3 years of experience in a place, get yourself settled, and then go for it. So when business setup clients come to us, they are not sure, they just want to be entrepreneurs.
Just collect information.
It's not possible to be entrepreneurs, It's not, everybody cannot be an entrepreneur. And today I am an entrepreneur, but I know how to take responsibility, or how to, when I'm on my highs, I know how to take care of them. When I'm on my lows, I know how to maintain them. But not for everyone. It's not possible. So it comes with experience. Like I'm sure you, I know your experience. You have been an employee to another company for 7 good years. Definitely. I have been an employee for another company for 5 good years. Where that's where we got our training, our roots done, and then we have come today. And we are not saying we are successful entrepreneurs. We are still learning and we are still struggling. But just that, now we have got our hands on it.
Right. Our experiences are changing and it's making us stronger every day. Yes. So that's true. That's amazing. Okay, coming to the question number 6. How proud are you about yourself for taking that decision and starting and giving your idea a life? Even after so many people scaring you, demotivating you, you have taken this idea and it's live today. So how proud are you of yourself?
I am extremely proud, because I have come out of that comfort box or the comfort zone, and it was still, now I was taking care of the decisions, but in such a way that it's okay, this is a kind of a money or an investment or a time that I'm going to invest in it, and maybe it will work out, maybe it will not. But with this particular project, I have done my studies, or I have done my evaluation with regards to how it's going to work out, and I'm pretty much confident that with me sitting in one of my branch, this is going to be on my next vision board to come and explore this in different, in Dubai, in different location, and if possible, I would like to go out of UAE also and explore this.
Congratulations and all the best to that idea. I am always, when you bring in new ideas and when I feel it's going to work, I get super excited. So I'm very excited to see that very soon.
Yeah, so that's going to be, that is there in my pipeline, and who knows?
And
Maria,
I also have to say this. I am also super proud of you for everything that you're doing, for bringing the ideas to life, to coming online on the social media, to breaking your barriers, to coming out of your comfort zone. I am also, as you are proud of yourself, I'm also proud of you, and I'm sure your team is proud of you. There's so many people proud of you, getting inspired. So I want to give that to you again.
Thank you. You guys have been that motivation, that push that I required. I get it from you guys. So I love all my females.
That's amazing.
That doesn't mean I also love my team. So because of the team is when you can do so much. You can't go long being alone.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, the final question, the 7th question. If there is one thing that you would like to say to the people who are watching our video today, our audience, to overcome that fear, if there's something that's holding them back, if they have an idea in the mind and there's something that's holding them back, but something that's helped you, which will definitely help them, if there's something that you want to tell them to overcome the fear and start, just go for it, what would it be?
So with this one, I really would say, everybody cannot be good in every aspect.
Right.
Okay? So now the trend is collaborate and use it wisely.
Right.
So if something you are good at,
Right.
I want to collaborate with you and work. And the license for Procast is one of such good example that I can give it with you.
Right.
It's not that we can't do it.
Right.
But I trust your expertise.
Right.
And you are good at that.
Right.
And you recommended me something that is going to be far more beneficial for me.
True.
So when I have the space, I have the finances to get the space ready. But I am not going to be good at marketing, or I might not be good at licensing,
Right.
or I might not be good at so many technicalities.
Right.
So I need to make sure I collaborate and I work. And that works beautifully in today's world.
Wow.
And I will highly recommend anybody out there who wants to have an idea and wants to start up, and whatever is that one element that's stopping you, go and find someone from that industry.
Wow.
It could be whatever. If finances is what is stopping you, there are plenty of investors. If
Right.
your idea is good, please watch Shark Tank and get inspired.
Right.
There are a lot of investors, but if it is one of a skill set, let it be marketing, let it be planning, let it be execution. Take help, collaborate and do. And don't think about, oh, that person will take 50% of the profit or 30% of the profit. If that person will be taking that 50%, you will be making more 50% for yourself.
True.
So when you are alone, you might have your losses alone, you might have your profits alone. But when you collaborate and you do, you expand 2 times more. So that's my answer to your last
I
question.
think it's amazing, because gone are those days where you had to, sit for yourself, plan for yourself, and, struggle alone. But now it's not like that. It's about collaboration. It's about community. That is the need of the hour. That's how people are moving towards. So that was very, very, very well said.
Yeah.
And Marina, I know you from a quite long time. And thank you so much for answering all the questions amazingly. It was very raw, very genuine, and came from your heart. But I also know you as a person, and I know you that you're always the giver. You're always someone who loves to give and see happiness in somebody else's face. And I'm also a giver, and I know how it feels when you receive. And that's what I want to give you today. So I have something for you, which I have bought. And we are going to celebrate Procast together.
Oh my god.
Yes, we're going to celebrate Procast together, because like Marina told, we did the licensing for Procast, and I wanted to celebrate that with Team Procast and with Marina, because she's always been a giver and I want her to be in the receiving end today. So,
Pavithra, this is what was your secret. Oh my God.
I had to control this from her because she kept throwing questions at me and I couldn't lie about it. Okay, Marina, so we're celebrating with you and we have something. So, all the best, Procast, for more and more customers and more experiences here. So please, congratulations. So now we've celebrated Procast together.
Yeah.
Now we've done with the cake cutting. I have another gift for you.
My God.
Yeah.
What's happening?
So I have this for you. So this is something that I want to give you as an appreciation for everything that you do, and you're always, the go-getter. So I wrote this for you. I decided, I did it, I am doing it, I will continue to do it. What's stopping you? Because I see this attitude in you, and that's your certificate. So thank you.
Thank you. This means a lot to me.
I'm really, really happy.
I'm so happy. My God.
So I was thinking about what can we give in return for people who are coming in, coming in as a guest. So I thought I would, personalize something for them to make them realize that they are doing something amazing and they have to go for it. And that attitude is what I saw in you, and I thought you do that.
I'm so happy that I'm your first guest and I'm so happy with this spontaneous gifting.
Thank God. This is one last one. This is for Procast that I bought. So this is for you. You can unbox it. I want you to read that out because this is for your Procast.
You want me to read now?
Go for it.
Okay. My God. This girl is crazy. That's why I love you.
I love you too. But you're happy, right?
More than happy.
That's
not because
so
you got me gift, but because this is something I always wanted to do, have more and more memories created. This is what I say all the time, that I want my space to be known for the memories that are going to be created for future.
Right.
So I don't know whether I'm going to leave a legacy or not, but these are the memories that I'm going to cherish
For life.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. So you can open it. So these quotes resonated you a lot.
Oh,
so I thought let's, frame that for you guys.
So I read it.
Yes, please.
The key to happiness is having dreams. The key to success is making your dreams come true.
Exactly. Does not that resonate with you so much?
Absolutely.
So I thought, this has to be there somewhere with you so that, you remind yourself every now and then you're going on the right track.
It's going to my podcast studio. I will figure out a space, and thank you, Pavithra Celine, for doing this.
Thank you so much.
With this, we are coming to an end of this fabulous episode called as Scary Startup Stories, presented by Pavithra Celine. So, if you want to be the next guest, contact her, or you can contact me, and then I'll make you reach her. Because we both look the same, so you guys can get confused.
True.
You can contact me at Marina Dsouza on Instagram or Bizfluencer.
Yes. Do not forget to follow us. Share our video if you liked it. Comment it if it made an impact on you. And looking forward for more episodes. Thank you.